See, now I'm thinking about the times that I have caught myself when it comes to expecting too much from someone else. This is something that I have dealt with for a very, very long time, having these high expectations. This is why I have gone through the process. I have learned how to not have these expectations because I've been through it myself. I've been through all the stages of having expectations, realizing it and being like, why did I ever have those expectations of someone else? Why did I believe those things? It's also been projected as well. Projection of some of this frustration and anger of someone not doing what I thought that they would do. But in addition, also internalization, like why would I expect that of someone else? Like, or I feel silly. I feel dumb for expecting those things on someone else. So I would like to share some of my experience when it comes to that, because yes, I have expected too much from other people, and I have become aware of that. I expected people, expected everyone around me really, to be a certain way, and then was disappointed when they were not that way. I had these expectations that were too high. I expected too much from them. I expected them to think a certain way, to behave a certain way. That sounds like I was very manipulative, but I never tried to change. Well, I mean, if I rewind many, many years ago, I think to some degree I have tried to change people in some sort of way by showing them information. It's like, why can't you see this? You know, it's like, why can't you see it the way that I do? You know? I was completely oblivious to all of this until just earlier this year. That I was just, you know, I mean, I've probably made some changes over the years. Absolutely. But it was just this year that I had this major realization that was like, I've had these expectations of other people for too long. Wow. Yeah, this situation that happened basically just pushed me to this point where I was able to, why do I have these expectations? Why am I expecting that? It's like this situation is just playing out in a more negative type of scenario. So yes, I've always tried to, before I would try to make people see my side of things. And when they didn't see my side, you know, I try to get them like, here's the information. And I've come to the realization, it's like, you know, this particular realization's happened over several years. It wasn't a big revelation this year, but it's like, you know what? I can't get them to see my side. It's not possible. It's not possible to get someone else to see things exactly as I see them. It's not possible. Yet I was trying to make it possible. This effort, this type of control, this type of manipulation even, it just was frustrating for me because, of course, no one's really going to see it that way, is it? No. They're going to see it their own way. And surely, maybe they can see some things, but they're never going to see it exactly the way that you do. So this is when I realized, gosh, I've been doing this my entire life, really. And where did it stem from? Where did these thoughts of having someone else believe the way that I do, or see things the way that I see them? A lot of it, I've realized, it does come down to some sort of, you know, emptiness or feelings of isolation or loneliness that perhaps I have that made me want other people to see things the way that I see them. And why is that? Because, well, when you feel as though you see things this particular way, and there really is no one else who views them in that way, then of course you feel as though, well, no one really understands. No one really gets it. So you want other people to realize, I understand now. I see it the way that you see it now. So that's kind of what I was wanting, basically. I wanted other people to see it the way that I did, so I didn't feel this sense of like feeling alone with these thoughts that I had regarding certain situations. So after all these realizations that I had over the years, and especially just this year, this massive one that made me realize, I can't have these expectations. It's like I was questioning, why am I having these expectations? Why am I expecting people to behave a certain way? And I was like really thinking about this, and it's like, I keep building up this mental image in my mind. Like this is my imagination right now. But, of course there would be stuff in it. It's like, okay, here's this person. Here's how they are, here's how they look or act and behave, how they think, their sort of goals in life and all this sort of stuff. When that wasn't reality. That was my version of them, their type of reality, but that wasn't actually them. And then I realized, I'm creating unnecessary stress and frustration for myself. I'm causing the problems here because I'm creating this mental image that is not accurate. It's not true. It's not real. And then when reality sets in, it causes this conflict. It's like, well, wait a second. I thought you were this person. It's like, no, this is what I created within my mind. That's not real. It's my imagination. And then I was just like, wow. It's like, why did I do it? Why did I do it? And then that's when I went through all the steps and I realized, wow, okay. So now, what do I do now? Well, here's like the drastically different approach now that has been much more effective when dealing with pretty much anyone, is now I approach in a very unbiased way. And I don't jump to conclusions. So literally, this is my imagination now. It's kind of empty when it comes to having an expectation or viewing someone a certain way. Because I catch myself. It's like I'm building up this image of all this sort of stuff. Like, no. Back off for a moment. Put a pause on here and realize I'm creating something in my imagination that's not accurate. I don't have all the information. I don't have all the facts here. I'm not going to jump to conclusions and think that I know the answer when I don't. I don't know the answer. So I'm not going to try to create one with limited information, because that's what our mind likes to do. It doesn't like the unknown. It's scared of the unknown. So our imagination will create an answer for us that's usually in our liking so that we, block out any of the negative things. But it's not real. And I realize that. So now when I interact with other people, I don't have those expectations. And I catch myself if I start to form any of them. And it's been very, very helpful for me because I realize, wow, I've been doing that for so long. And now I can change my ways and not view someone else in a more negative light. Because I created something in my mind and they weren't that. It's like, it has nothing to do with them. They are who that they are. So I backed off. I am unbiased and I don't jump to conclusions. So that has been the most beneficial thing for me going through this journey of these expectations and releasing those expectations that I have had upon other people.